So what you want to do is hold this piece of yarn and you want to pull it and make it tense. You don't want it to be loose. And once you start hearing it knit, then you can gradually let go. And that's your first row. And so you want to do a couple of these rows just so you can get the width right for your yarn. It's being a little tense right now, but that's because you have to have enough slack of yarn, or else it'll mess up a little bit in the end when you're knitting. Zoom a 10. Now see how this needle isn't picking up? What you want to do is bring your yarn right under your needle, like that. Okay. And it'll pick it up. Now if you're having some problems with the needles not picking up your yarn, that could be a problem with a piece of foam that's hiding underneath the knitting machine, as you'll see in some of the pictures. And if you see this, how it's like getting a little loose, don't worry about that, because eventually it's really gonna just work itself out. And you can always just pull it down, you know, and see how it finds its own weight. And if you're worried again, you can get another one of these teeth and put them on a row above and take out that bottom row. Okay? So what happened is, we're good right now, you know? Let's just switch the yarn up. And I'm just going to use white, just because, just so you can see the detail in the knit. And let me show you, which I forgot to show you, how to thread this. So this, I have an end right here. So I have an end piece of yarn right here, and on the bottom is my my ball of yarn. What I want to do is, through this little hook right here, so I have this end yarn right here, and on the other side is my ball of yarn. And you'll see this little area right here. It looks complicated, but don't worry. So what you're going to do is, with the end right here in my finger, you're going to pull it on the back side. So you see how it just kind of hangs right here? And then you're going to see this little piece right here. So see this little mechanism going on? This is going to help with the tension, so you have a little bit of resistance when you're knitting. And on this part, you're going to see this little hook, and you want to wrap this through the hook as well. So you see this, there's just a series of things that are preventing your yarn being too loose when you're knitting. And then what you're gonna do is, with your end piece, you're gonna pull it through this final part right here. So it's like this. And you're gonna hold down this bottom part of your yarn. And then we cut off this bottom part of blue, so we don't want this first stitch to be loose. So we're gonna hold both the bottom of the blue, the end of the blue, and the end of the white. And we're gonna knit. And we're gonna reset our counter as well. So, because this is gonna be the color that we're gonna really be using. And we're gonna knit. And see how I'm having to struggle with this white yarn? So you always want to make sure that you have enough slack going around so it's not a bother. And don't forget to tie this back onto this little opening on the claw so your yarn or your stitches don't get loose. And you're all set. And you see how it gets a little bit tight sometimes? It's because the yarn there's tension on the ball, so I have to make sure that there's a lot of loose yarn when it's going left and right. And also, just shaking this like up and down will help move some of the bed of the needles like a little bit loose so you can finish going through. So I hope that this is helpful for you. It's really fun and really encourage you to explore as much as possible. I'm in the process of just playing with a pattern that I'm making basically from swatches I've been testing from yarns that I've been getting. And I'm just basically BSing most of it, and it's kind of working. I'm learning how to do ribbing right now, and there's also some great YouTube videos that you should check out that have a different style of a knitting machine, but the techniques are basically the same for ribbing and for intarsia and for cables. So there's a lot out there, and I hope that this helps some people. If they have a Singer LK100, welcome to the club. Good luck. Bye.